Hugh Jackman and Deborra-Lee Furness, once considered one of Hollywood's most enduring couples, are officially bringing their marriage of nearly 30 years to an end. The world was shocked to learn that Deborra-Lee Furness filed for divorce on May 23, marking the formal closure of a chapter that spanned almost 3 decades of shared life, love, and family. This wasn't just a Hollywood relationship. It was a story that began in Australia, grounded in authenticity, mutual admiration, and shared dreams. Their journey started on the set of the 1995 television series, Correlli, where Jackman, then an up-and-coming actor, fell for Furness, already an established actress. The sparks that flew on set turned into a lifelong bond, one that would eventually lead to marriage in 1996. At that time, Jackman was just beginning to make a name for himself, while Furness was a household name in Australian entertainment. Their connection wasn't rooted in fame or glamour. It was about friendship, support, and mutual respect. Jackman would often speak in interviews of how Furness was the anchor of his life and his biggest supporter. The couple's 2023 separation came as a surprise to many. It had been announced in a joint statement to People magazine, where they spoke of their deep gratitude for the years spent together. They described their decision not as a failure but as a shift in their individual journeys, a step toward personal growth. Even after their separation, they maintained dignity and respect for each other. In their statement, they emphasized that family remains their highest priority. They shared 2 adopted children, Oscar and Ava, who have always been at the heart of their union. Despite the marriage coming to an end, the family they built continues to be a central focus. Their bond wasn't just romantic, it was creative and professional. They frequently collaborated behind the scenes, with Furness contributing to the success of Jackman's career in countless invisible ways. He has repeatedly credited her as the person who kept him grounded amidst global fame. From the outside, they appeared invincible. They weathered fame, distance, demanding careers, and the spotlight of public scrutiny. But as they both noted, change is inevitable, and personal growth sometimes requires difficult decisions. Jackman, known worldwide for his role as Wolverine in the X-Men franchise, and more recently in the summer 2024 hit, Deadpool and Wolverine, is navigating this new chapter with the same grace he's shown throughout his career. Meanwhile, Furness, last seen in Robert Connolly's Force of Nature, continues her path as an artist and advocate. Their story reminds us that even the most admired relationships require effort and can evolve in unexpected ways. The end of a marriage doesn't erase the beauty of what was. It adds depth to the narrative, showing that endings can also be dignified and filled with respect. For years, the public watched them walk red carpets hand in hand, share loving glances during interviews, and speak glowingly of each other. That legacy doesn't vanish with divorce. It's a testament to what they shared and built. Jackman once said that Deb was his rock, his compass in the chaos of fame. That kind of love doesn't disappear, it transforms. What remains is a bond forged by shared years, laughter, challenges, and triumphs. The court filing in Suffolk County, New York, officially begins a new phase for both. It's an uncontested divorce, reflecting their mutual agreement and likely a desire to maintain peace and dignity throughout the legal process. Fans and colleagues have expressed support and admiration for the way they've handled this delicate transition. It's rare to see such honesty and maturity in the public eye. Especially when fame often distorts the human behind the headlines. In many ways, their story continues to inspire, not because it was perfect, but because it was real. Their willingness to grow, adapt, and eventually part ways with kindness speaks volumes about the integrity of their relationship. Even in closing this chapter, both Jackman and Furness have chosen a narrative rooted in gratitude rather than grief. That perspective is something many can learn from, especially in a world quick to sensationalize breakups. They gave us a different kind of love story, one that celebrated commitment, partnership, and evolution. Theirs is not a story of loss, but of transformation. As the divorce proceedings continue, their focus remains on their family. Oscar and Ava are no doubt at the center of their thoughts as they make this transition. That shared love for their children remains unshakable. The legacy of Hugh and Deborra-Lee will not just be their films or red carpet moments, it will be in the example they set. An example of enduring respect, even as paths diverge. While fans may feel saddened by the news, many also celebrate the 27 years they shared. It's a rare feat in any world, let alone Hollywood. Their story is far from over. It simply moves into a new phase, one of independence, rediscovery, and continued support, perhaps from afar. They have both demonstrated that love can exist beyond romantic labels, that companionship, loyalty, and mutual care don't always end with marriage. This is not the final chapter for Hugh or Deb. It's the beginning of two new journeys, both rooted in the strength they cultivated together. Their children, now young adults, will carry forward the lessons modeled by their parents, about love, change, dignity, and resilience. As they step into this new phase, fans around the world wish them well. Whether on screen or off, Jackman and Furness continue to inspire. From Correlli to the corridors of Hollywood, theirs was a romance for the ages, one that we watched unfold with admiration. And now, as they part ways, they do so with grace, reminding us that love's ending chapters can be just as noble as its beginnings.